Hey, this is Todd with QwikCut. I'm going to give you a sneak preview of QwikCut 2.0, and we're going to address 5 areas where any coach, if they're interested in coming over to QwikCut, is going to have a question on this area and feel confidence as they see what we have to offer. First item and the main question we get asked is, how do you exchange film with Hudl users? So we've built in a exchange system very similar to what you are used to. I click the exchange video here, click on new exchange, and now I have a choice between making an exchange with a QwikCut user or with the Hudl team. So I'll click Hudl team and I can do a one-way exchange, which means me sending game film to somebody with a Hudl account. Or I can request video from somebody with a Hudl account. I'll do the one-way exchange here real quick. Click on one-way exchange. I'm going to type in the person's email address and then click next. Send them the games that I want. And then hit submit. It's that easy. So you can send film to a Hudl user very easy. Now, when you receive film from a Hudl user, I'm going to show you how easy that is. So I can go in and I can add a new event. Type in, just make up some things here. Home date is today. Time, 12 a.m. Season. And then I hit submit. So now that new game that just popped in allows me to create Hudl import. So I can do a new Hudl import. When the Hudl user sends me their game film, they're going to download it from Hudl as clips, and then they're going to forward me that email. Once I get that email, I can take that import link and I can paste it right here. Type in the information, hit submit, and it takes about 60 seconds to 90 seconds and the game is now available. So we built this Hudl import button that allows you to easily get film from Hudl users. And you can easily send film to Hudl users. Now on the other end, when they're using the Hudl account and they get a link from QwikCut, it comes with a video and a PDF that gives them step-by-step instructions on how to download the game onto their computer and then to upload it to Hudl. So it's very simple, it's very easy, slightly different, but easy to do. So yes, you can exchange video easily with the Hudl user. Second item we're going to take a look at is storage. Here's where there is a major difference between us and our competitors. For the football account, it costs $450 and it comes with 100 hours of storage. And if I go up here to storage and click on that, I can see all the different seasons that we have, and I can easily archive a season by clicking this button right here. When I archive a season, that video for that year no longer counts against my storage. I can easily access that archive season by clicking a button that will say unarchive. It might take 4 or 5 hours, depending on how big that file is, to come back, but it's well worth it because it doesn't cost anything against your storage. So if you have VHS tapes, DVDs, or you can convert all of your 8mm film, you can upload 20, 30 years of video and archive the last 20 years. It's now in a safe, secure place online, and you can access it at any time simply by clicking the unarchive button. You will never have to delete video again. Now, if you want to go in and clean up your account, I can go and click delete practices with one click of the mouse. If I have certain practices that I want to keep, I can move those into an event folder and I can then go and delete my practices. If I want to get rid of my scout film, one button and I can clear out all of my scout film. Maybe it's 8-10 years back, and instead of having 1,000 hours of storage or 500 hours of storage, I can keep 100, 200 hours of storage. So our storage button is very different than what the competitor offers, especially when it comes to archiving a season. The next item I want to take a look at is our player grading. We're the only football platform that has a player grading system built into it. I'm just going to show you how that works. Open up a game. And once you've done the ODK for your game, I can select the offense here. I'm going to pause it, go to player grading list right here. And you'll notice on the spread, we'll go to wing T. Okay, so I listed myself as the offensive line coach. So when I log in, I'm only going to see my offensive players. Before the season starts, the head coach or the coaching staff gets to determine what are the grading categories. If you want to grade technique, you can add that. If you don't want hustle, I can delete this. If I just want to have one simple grade, I can do that and delete everything below that. As far as the grading scale, you can go in and you can use letter grades. You can use numbers. If you want to use plus or minus, you can do that, or 1 or a 0, or whatever grading scale that you want, you can add to the system, and then everybody on your coaching staff will use that same grading scale for every play on every play type throughout the game. So our player grading allows you to run reports on the offensive line. It allows you to run reports on individuals, and you can also add coaches' notes and player notes. So you'll notice the box is selected green here. I have the ability to go in and make a note for that particular player. So if I'm on the offensive line, I'm the offensive line coach, the offensive coordinator and the head coach can also add notes to that player. Instead of calling them out in front of the whole team, you can leave those notes here. So if I just type in a note, hit submit, by default, that note is going to be blocked. He cannot see that. And so if all 3, 4, 5 coaches are going to make comments, maybe they're just collaborating amongst themselves and they don't want the athlete to see that, or the offensive coordinator can go and say, you know what, I want him to see that play or that comment, and I want him to see all of these comments and unhide them. So we've got player grading, player notes. We've also got coaches' notes. Coaches' notes will go out to the entire team if you so desire. So if I write a note here and I'm on the coaching staff, by default it's going to be hidden, and the entire coaching staff can write notes about this particular play, about what they need to work on or what worked well, and then when they're done with that, they can unhide those if they'd like. So that is our player grading, our player notes, and our coaching notes. You can also monitor the team's viewing habits. So if I go up to the My Team tab, you'll notice that their viewing time is listed here, and it also in parentheses is going to list how many clips they looked at. So down here we've got some of these folks that have looked at clips. If I go to the coaching staff, I can see some of these coaches have looked at 6 minutes at 7 clips. So if I click that, I can see which game and which clips they were looking at. And I can see how long they were looking at that one particular clip. This is something unique and different. Gone are the days of logging in, going and playing video games for an hour, coming back and logging off. Your coach will see that you only looked at one play during that entire time. So being able to view not only your players' viewing habits, but also your coaching habits is something that we've added into our system. There's one last item. It's the second most asked question we get confronted with, and that is our highlighter, our editor. Can my athletes build highlights? And the answer is yes. So with our editor, they can go in and edit, and then they've got access to their video library. They've got access to slow motion. They've got access to music. They've also got access to a media library. So you can have that person who's taking all those photos on Friday night. You can have them upload all of those photos to our media library, and they can use them in their editor. So if you are doing preseason maxes, the week before the season, typically you'll do bench max and squat max and clean and jerk max, 40-yard dash, a vertical jump, all of that stuff. You can videotape on your phone, upload to the media library, and your athletes can make a highlight reel with the different events that they did in that max out time the week before the season starts. Once they build that highlight video, it will show up in our highlight hub and can be viewed by anyone who has access to the internet, either on a mobile device or on their computer. We'll have the recent and trending and then all the different sports highlights that are available. So those are the 5 things that we believe are going to continue to get lots of schools converting over to QwikCut, not to mention our price. Our price is only $450 for that 100 hours. We give the playbook for free, and we would love to set you up with a free trial. It's 15 days, and run a Zoom with you and your staff to show you exactly how to use our platform.